Yo, like I said, man, all of the build creators and people that spend a lot of time in the builder are going to be making some crazy stuff. I'm already knowing right now. So y'all better be locked in with your favorite build creators, because I already know, like, it's
Stay tuned, stay tapped in.
They're gonna be able to.
I'm gonna get you all the
these new
goodies. There are tons of tweaks to this builder, an animation glossary, and even custom takeovers. So stay tuned, stay locked in.
Hey everyone, Tyrese Halliburton here with Zach from NBA 2K to share the detailed features available in the 2K26 My Player Builder. In this courtside report, we'll focus on the new animation glossary, build by badges, new scouting reports, and a lot more. Now let's get started.
This year, the My Player Builder excels at giving players all the tools to make informed decisions when creating their future superstars.
All I gotta say is the animation glossary looks very, very nice.
Starting with the animation glossary, this brand new feature will list every animation with details,
Perfect.
attribute, and height requirements. If you have a specific player you want to model your game after, like Tyrese Halliburton, for example, use the search function to find who you're looking for.
This is exactly what I needed, because I was actually going to delete
I love that there are a lot
the
of
very
options to
first
choose
build
from.
I made.
Me personally, I'm a YouTube merchant when it comes to finding
So,
a good build.
That is actually a huge
dozens of
upgrade.
NBA player comparisons before choosing the best animations associated with the suggested players and assign them as default animations for a more enjoyable and streamlined experience from the start. The new Build by Badges feature in NBA 2K26 can help shape the framework for your My Player. Choose your desired badges and tiers: Bronze, Silver, Gold, Hall of Fame, and Legend. The minimum attribute points required will automatically be locked in. Spend your remaining attribute points to max out categories of your choosing and reach a 99 potential overall without missing out on your must-haves.
The builder doesn't look cool, but
Scattering
it's
reports
going to
display
work
your
well.
best badges and attributes, and coaches you on your strengths and weaknesses. For example, if you make a point guard with a low pass accuracy rating, the builder will flag this as an area of concern and potential detriment to your teammates.
This might be more in depth than the scouting reports I see during the season. This is pretty fire.
Max plus ones are back, and now there are new Max plus twos. They work just like they sound.
So there's a
Max
lot.
plus
We're
ones
not gonna.
push
I'm not
badges
gonna
one
pause
tier
it.
beyond
And
their
we're just
max
gonna let them
potential,
talk.
And Max plus twos take them 2 tiers higher. Takeover Surge,
Yep.
Hot Start, and Clutch Gene are perks that temporarily boost your badges up 1 tier in different game situations. They can even boost a badge beyond their max potential. New in 2K26, build specialization goals allow you to enhance your My Player's potential in a specific skill area. For each save, you can pick one of 5 areas to specialize in: finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, or rebounding. Each area features 9 unique goals that test your
Wait,
abilities in that
you get
specialty.
one?
Your mastery will earn you rewards tailored to each skill area, including skill boosts, unique apparel and cosmetics, new archetype names, cap breakers for that skill area, and permanent Max plus 1 and Max plus 2 badge perks.
What? What?
Cap breakers aren't just back in NBA 2K, they're evolving. In NBA 2K26, each cap breaker will still raise your highest rating.
Okay, I've
and
already
strongest
seen this.
attribute
This
by
isn't
1
that
point.
crazy.
If you
I
choose
don't-
to apply them to your lowest rated attributes.
I don't
you
care,
will see
bro.
larger boosts. For
The only
example,
thing
if
it's
your
really
favorite
good
My
for,
Player build is
free
struggling
throw.
in the wreck because you left its free throw rating low, a cap breaker could raise your free throw rating by double digits and provide a significant improvement.
Cap breakers were a game changer in 2K25. I'm glad they're back in 2K26. My boys are going to be hype about that.
Rebirth
But let's
has
be honest,
multiple
we're all
tiers
gonna
this
use
year,
our cap
letting
breakers
you
on
carry
good-
over
good
more progress
stats,
from your
so.
existing saves than ever before. Silver Rebirth is unlocked at 90 overall and allows you to instantly unlock any newly created My Player's maximum potential to the highest overall rating that you previously reached. As you reach 95 overall across new saves, you will unlock Gold, Hall of Fame, and Legend Rebirth. These new
Okay.
Rebirth tiers automatically upgrade your badges to their respective level once attribute requirements are met.
That'll be nice,
The
dude.
My Player Builder in 2K26 gives you all the tools to
Eliminating
make
the
best
need for
possible
badge
build,
elevators.
so you can be a difference maker on the court. Whether you create your own build from scratch or build by badges, find what works for you with numerous personalization options.
It was fun breaking down all the new features in the My Player Builder this year. Thanks for joining me, Tyrese.
Let's get it. Let's start out with the animation glossary. I was noticing that myself. Felt like this was a really good feature. It saves a lot of time for a lot of people. But
Yes,
let's talk a
this
little
was
bit
the
more
most
about it.
important change in my opinion.
Sure. So you may remember from a few weeks ago, back during the roadmap stream,
In my
that we
opinion.
mentioned one of the themes of this year's builder is giving you more information and more quality of life improvements. Because we know that making a build is really important, right? That sets the foundation of how you play and your gameplay experience in my career. So we know how important that is to you, and the dev team has added this brand new animation glossary. So now you don't have to go look up what the different animation requirements are and which ratings you have to hit and all that. You can simply pull up this tab in the builder that has all the animations, and it lists every single one with their attribute requirements, and also, if there are any, also the height requirements as well.
And the best part is it's not like literally look at it. It's got multiple tabs: scoring moves, dunking, playmaking. Like in any animation you're gonna want. Even, I mean, they better have movement style in there too, or whatever. I mean, obviously dribble style is gonna be in there, but like motion style. There we go. I'm just saying, like, I was gonna make 2 builds to start the year because I didn't think this was gonna be in the game. But now that this is in the game, I'm not gonna have to do what I planned on doing. So
That alone
Huge
is a
W.
huge quality of life improvement for me. But as you heard
100%.
Tyrese mention, there is also a search function. So if you tap triangle on PlayStation or Y on Xbox,
this will be
it
nice
bring
when
up
you're
this
looking for
keyboard to
specific
type
things. You can
exactly
search them
which
out.
players' animations you want to see. So if you
Contact
want all of
dunks.
Halliburton's animations, or you want to model yourself off of Steph Curry, and you want all of Steph Curry's animations, you can type their name and you can see specifically their animations and what requirements you need to meet to play and look like them. But while we are here about animations, there is one more thing here that kind of went by quick. But Zach mentioned that in the past, when you made a custom build, you ended up with all default animation, right? As most of you in the chat know, those animations are not necessarily the ones that look the coolest or the ones that are most fun to use. So this year, the dev team has made it so that once you've made your own custom build, the builder is going to go through dozens and dozens of NBA player comparisons for the build you made, even beyond the first 3 that you see when you're
Okay.
at the scouting report. And then it's going to automatically pick the best animations from those players to give them to you right away. So you
I
can see in
mean-
this screenshot, this build, it got a lot of Curry animations, Lillard, Brunson animations. It got a lot.
And I mean, from the looks of it, it even says select a new animation. So you're going to be able to pick from anything. So
Curry,
this is a
animations by
huge
default.
upgrade as well.
And you can, of course, still change these.
Out the
But
box,
this is the
your
way
character
that
is
the dev
just
team is
better.
making the builder more friendly. So if you don't want to bother changing your animations, especially at the start, you will have fun packages that you can play with right away. So that part's not
Hey,
necessarily
yo,
about the
Evan,
animation
what-
glossary.
what?
I figured while we're talking about animations, we should mention it here as well.
Next up, we got build by badges. Let's get into a little bit more
Yeah.
information about that, man.
Build by badges is cool, but like, you're
This
just
one's
an
kinda cool.
idiot if
So,
you couldn't
building
figure
by
out how
badges is
to
something
get a certain
that many
badge,
of you
bro.
already do. I think many of you in the chat already do this, right? You play with your attributes to try to put them at the sweet spot where you can unlock as many badges as possible, and you know those badges are going to play a big role in how you perform on the court. So this year in 2K26, the dev team has now added this as a feature. So in the build by badges menu, you can pick which tier of a badge you want. So you can see here, you got bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, or legend, and it is going to show you the requirements for each one. So in this example, you can see that for Hall of Fame shifty shooter, you need either a 96 mid-range shot or a 96 three-point shot. And let's say you want to lock that in. If you click the right stick, it is going to ask you which attribute you want to pin. And pinning an attribute just means that you are going to lock in that attribute rating as your minimum. So for this example, let's say you pick whether you want a 96 mid-range shot or a 96 three-point
Processing.
shot. Let's say you pick the mid-range shot. Once it's pinned, you can then safely adjust the rest of your attributes without losing the badges that you know that you really, really want to have for your build. So this person
So from what he just said is you're going to be able to pin multiple things if you wanted.
really wanted to have Hall of Fame shifty shooter, that pins it so that they can make the other adjustments without losing that.
You see, okay. Now that part, the fact that you can pin it and it doesn't move, that is a good thing. That is a good upgrade. That is an upgrade to the builder. Don't get it twisted.
I think many of us in the builder in the past, many of us who did build by badges, we always got like, you make one little attribute go down by one attribute point, you lose the badge you need, then you go all the way back up. But then when you did that, some of the other attributes that were connected to it went down with it, and you had to kind of adjust and fix everything. This kind of just keeps things locked in, so that is really a huge quality of life feature. So if you are somebody who
Definitely
already
a
does
quality
this,
of life
hopefully this is a
feature,
nice
but
feature
like
for
if you
But
couldn't
if you're
figure out how to
somebody
get
newer the
around it,
game,
that's on you.
You just now realized that you should probably be maximizing the badges you get on your My Player. This feature is going to help you out and educate you at the same time. So hopefully you guys like this. Yeah, so we did talk about this, but back then we didn't have a screenshot. And now we do have a screenshot that we can show. So you can see here that when you are deciding your build position and your body measurements, that there is a new body type potential preview on the right side. So
if you pause right here, you can see the max attributes of a 6'3" point guard that's got a 6'6" wingspan. So soak that up. Honestly, it looks pretty similar to a 6'3" you could make last year, so I'm not really that surprised. Probably not going to be making 6'3s this year, boys, not going to lie.
box the player in it. That is a visual preview that you can use the right stick to kind of scroll through, and you're going to see the different body types your build can eventually unlock by doing workouts in the Gatorade gym. What we mentioned a while back is this is just a really nice quality of life feature. You no longer have to make a build, go to the Gatorade gym, find out the build doesn't get the body type you want, back all the way back out to the main menu to the builder, do it again, do a new build, check the Gatorade gym again, and rinse and repeat. It did take a long time. So this is going to skip all that for you. And now right in the builder, you can see that, if you want a swole build or if you want a skinny body type, you can see that right from the start. So hopefully this is another improvement that kind of makes your builder experience just a little bit better.
Again, body types wasn't really something I was concerned with, but I know other people are, so I get it. I'm glad they are making quality of life updates.
So our build templates are returning. These are the grab and go options.
We always make our own. It doesn't matter. We know
what
we're doing
right away if you want. So especially if you're newer to the game.
Nope, I'm not new to the game. Been doing it for years, brother.
These are really, really helpful. So we can take a quick second to go over the three options. But NBA templates, those are, as the name suggests, those are for you to play like your favorite NBA player. So if you use those templates as is, you will get all the animations of whichever player that build is modeled after. And this year, each season, the dev team is going to add a new set of these NBA templates that have a theme. And for the first season, right at launch, the first theme of the year is going to be a collection of players who have been named All-Stars more than once. So it's going to be many names that you recognize.
Okay.
Then in the middle, we have Pro-Tune builds. Those are built by the pros. And what that means is they are built by our dev team. They're built by our experts over there at Visual Concepts. They are going to let you pick a position and a play style.
I think
I
know
a list
more.
of builds that match your preference, and you can pick the one that's good for you. Then you can see there in the upper right corner that starting in Season 2, we are going to have community builds again. These are templates submitted by build makers from around the community. So they are focused on builds that are unique or competitive or perhaps both. And this has always been my favorite. I have been very open on past streams that I am somebody who watches a bunch of videos from our experts in the community, and I end up copying one of their builds. Right? I might make a little tweak here and there, but I end up copying somebody's build that I put a video up. So ever since we've added these community builds, I use them every single year. And one cool note about these is that we are working on an official submission process.
That'll be cool.
So that
I'll probably submit my TJ Shannon build.
Content on them. We are going to try to make a process for you to submit your build for consideration. Because in the past, we've just had builds that were submitted to me or submitted to our dev team directly, and we don't want community builds to be limited to people who can message us directly.
Okay.
What about height balancing, Evan? What does that mean?
Well, there's a couple things here. And the first one, I don't think was in the video. I don't think I remember hearing it. But the max height for my players is now going to be 7'4".
Okay.
Those of you who felt like 7'3s weren't tall enough for you, you want that Victor Wembanyama height or that Zach Edey height, you can now make 7'4 build.
So moving on, we got the scouting report.
Okay.
Now this is something I saw a little bit in that video that I kind of want to know a little bit more about as well.
Pointless.
Yeah, so this is the new final page of the builder. It looks a little different than what you've seen in the past, and this is what we call a scouting report. So it's essentially a more
if you
detailed
couldn't
summary
figure
of
out
the build
what
that you
was
just
wrong
made,
with your
and it has
build
more
when you
information
made it,
than
you
used to.
don't know
So
what you're doing.
on the left side,
you don't know
have
what you're looking
what
at.
familiar
You
with.
don't know
You
how
see
to
your
build a
shades
player.
of NBA comparisons, and your archetype
When
name.
you're
And
making
also,
your
by the way,
player,
while
you
we're
should
here, a little
know
side note on
the
archetype names. I don't know
2
if
to
you heard
3
Tyrese mention
bad
in the
things
video,
that your
but
player's
there
going
are
to be
roughly
bad
10
at.
times the
Like,
number of
if
build
you
names
can't figure
compared to
those
last
out,
year.
that is
So
on
there will be
you.
plenty of new unique names that you'll be able to see. I saw Zach on X, on Twitter, asking the community for names as well. There are going to be plenty of new unique names for your build. But anyways, back to the scouting report. On the right side, you are going to see your best badges and attributes, and then a new section at the bottom that coaches you on your strengths and weaknesses. So, let's say you made a point guard, but for some reason, you decided not to upgrade your pass accuracy. Those of you who have played with point guards with no pass accuracy know that may not be the best point guard to have as your teammate. So the
You only
weaknesses
need a
section is
71
going to
pass
call
ac as a
out
point
that
guard.
you
That's all
lack
you need. You
passing
don't need
vision.
any
For example,
higher. If
for this build,
anyone's
might
saying
not
you
be the
need any
best teammate
higher,
if you're a point guard that has no pass
it's
accuracy.
because you're playing
So
comp
it is
pro
entirely
am
up to you,
5s,
but
and
it is optional.
then you need
want
like an
to try to address your
85.
weaknesses because there are, of course,
Yeah.
trade-offs, right? You increase your pass accuracy, you got to decrease something else. But this way, you cannot say you weren't warned. And especially if you are
Honestly,
newer
it's
to
like
the
an
builder
87,
and you are
but you
just
know what I'm saying.
experimenting, this scouting report kind of helps educate you on the builds as you start to understand the roles that each attribute plays and how they affect your play styles on the court. So this scouting report is really about educating you on the build you've made and giving you more information than we
I'm
have
just
in
saying,
the
if
past on
you,
this
like,
final
you
page.
should know what's going on with your build, bro.
Okay,
If you
perfect.
can't figure out what you're good
I
and
think
bad
there's
at,
a lot of
that's-
people that kind of
it's on you.
need that, man. I've been seeing some bad builds out here for a few years, so
How you can keep improving your build after you've done making it. So everything from now on is talking about after the builder process. And the way that worked in NBA 2K25 got a lot of positive feedback. So in 2K26, you are going to see a lot of what you love return, but also more on top of it. So for badge perks, the first one to talk about is Max Plus 2s. Because as most of you know and probably remember, Max Plus 1s, they boost one of your badges one tier even beyond their max. Just like the name sounds, Max Plus 2s do the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's, I mean,
except
yeah,
2
it's
tiers
simple,
higher.
man.
So if you have a badge that maxes out at gold,
I'm just gonna say it. I can't believe they're giving us max plus 2s. That blows my fucking mind. The fact that we're getting max plus 2 badges, bro. The builder's about to be so broken. So broken, dude. And I know they haven't talked about this, but there's custom takeovers, dude.
and you can insert
The
it
builder's
into a Max
broken.
Plus 2
If you
slot,
can't figure out
that
how
is
to
going
make a
to
good
boost that
build this
badge
year, that's on
all the
you.
way to legend. Then we have badge perks that activate in specific game situations. So Takeover Surge is a perk that boosts badges one tier beyond their max potential while you have your takeover bar filled all the way to level 5. Then
Okay.
Hot Start, that one specifically activates during the early portions of game. So you're going to come out of the gates with one of your badges, or two if you have both slots unlocked, one of your badges temporarily boosted one tier higher. Then the last one is Clutch Gene. And if you put badges in these slots, they will be boosted one tier during high pressure situations. So in the park,
Okay.
high pressure situation means like late game situations
Yeah,
down the stretch.
beyond
But if
15
you're playing
points.
like full games, that's going to be the
fourth
end of the
quarter,
fourth quarter.
overtime.
And overtime,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to be when this Clutch Gene kicks in.
definitely gonna change the game for my build
Dude.
personally. Once I be able to make that figure out what that is, and then
Things are
a
about
bunch
to
of
be
people as
busted.
well. I know we got a
this
lot
year.
of build specialists in the community that's gonna know how to take advantage
That's
of
us.
these type of
That's us.
badge perks
sure.
right there. So I'm excited to see what the community.
That's
is able
us.
to
We're
do.
about to go insane this
Moving
year
forward,
with our
next
builds.
up we got takeover progression.
The core of the system is just like last year, right? There's 5 levels. It's automatic. You don't have to activate takeover, and you get stronger and stronger attribute boosts as you go up to 5 levels. Then at the end, you get a takeover ability. We talked about that a couple weeks ago about how that system was going to return. We got a lot of positive feedback on that. So I'm sure that sounds familiar. But this
Yeah.
year, as you continue to fill your takeover meter over multiple games, you are going to unlock over 40 takeover related rewards. And some of these rewards are going to be takeover token. And you can see in this screenshot on the right side that this person has 39 available tokens. And these takeover tokens are how you unlock new takeovers this year. So in total, there
I
are
can fuck
44
with this.
takeovers and 11 takeover abilities. So that is much more consolidated compared to 2K25. So it's consolidated so that each takeover is more impactful based on feedback from the community that last year there may have been too many takeovers. So once you unlock a new takeover this year, you instantly get access to the full 5 levels.
Yeah.
You do not have to
So-
keep hitting level 3 to unlock level 4 to unlock level 5.
Yeah.
Once you use your takeover tokens and unlock a takeover, you get access to all 5 levels right away.
It's gonna be super nice to
Besides
just
that, there
instantly
are other
jump into
rewards, though.
takeovers,
We
bro.
have takeover presets that
Not
allows
having
you
to
to change
earn
which
'em
takeover you
through-
have equipped
what was
in
it?
games very quickly. There's
25-ish
takeover
games.
accelerators. The final reward is custom takeover, and this has been something that I've seen requested often, and the dev team was able to make it happen this year.
Yeah.
After you
Custom
unlock this
takeovers
final
is
reward,
nuts,
I'm
bro.
going to show you the custom
This is what
takeover
changes the
menu. Here's what it
game
looks like.
right here.
It is going
This.
to allow you to design your own takeover from scratch. You can pick up to 3 attributes that you want to target. So in this example, this person decided to target speed with ball, 3-point shot, and close shot. It is really up to you. And then after that, you can pick from any takeover ability that your build is qualified to use and pair it with those attribute boosts. So in this case, this person picked lethal layup. And there are a crazy amount of possibilities here. You really can pick what is going to work best for your build and your playstyle. And this is a huge way to kind of improve upon your build during the year. And one of the ways that we were talking about or hinting at a couple weeks back. Stacks, I'm very excited for custom takeover. I'm going to try to earn that as quickly as possible. And I think many people are going to be as well.
Custom takeover is monstrous because you get to pick the 3 stats and the takeover ability. I know you don't just automatically get any takeover ability with any stats, but like, bro, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah, I think that's a huge W. Custom takeovers, man. I remember last year I wanted a specific takeover, but I couldn't get it for my builds, and being able to now have it custom. Yo, like I said, man, all of the build creators and people that spend a lot of time in the builder are going to be making some crazy stuff. I'm already knowing right now, so y'all better be locked in with your favorite build creators. Because I already know, like, it's gonna
Stay
be some
tuned,
insane
stay
stuff.
tapped
They're
in.
gonna be able to.
I'm gonna get you
take
all the
of
good,
these new
the
features
goodies.
and think about those things while making the build and knowing what to upgrade and knowing what not to upgrade. Because they could get this on the other side of that. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Let's go ahead and move.
I will
forward
say
and
though,
talk
this
about
builder that
build
they're giving us makes
customization.
it a heck of a lot easier to figure out
specialization,
what you
sorry.
can do
Somebody asked me.
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
and
outside.
how
well,
easily you can do it.
The dev team has added these new build specialization quest line. So for each save file, you are going to be able to pick one of 5 skill areas to specialize in. And these are the same as the 5 attribute categories. So you can pick from finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, or rebounding. And you do have to meet the attribute requirements for the specialty that you want to pick. Now, each of these specialties is going to give you a unique quest line that has 9 quests in it. And as you complete these 9 quests, you are going to unlock really, really cool new rewards, including more new ways to upgrade your build. So,
this is the part where that I get messed up because I don't know. This is brand new to everyone. We can look at the stat requirements right here. Like I could easily choose the finishing path or the shooting path. And honestly, I'll be able to do the playmaking one too, because you're gonna get an extra cap breaker at the end of this. You'll see.
This is a quick preview that we have of the 9 quests.
Shooting
that you get
cap
in the
breakers.
quest.
Shooting cap breakers. There were at least 2 of them
You
in
can
those
see that for
late
shooting,
end
you were
quest
challenged
lines.
to make mid-range shots or 3-point
So
shots. Up to you.
look at that.
And
Zone 6 cap breaker.
This as you complete
Zone
these,
8 cap breaker.
you can
So-
earn rewards like skill boosts and new clothing items. Which
So
many
if
of you probably
I go
expected.
crazy
But also,
and make a
as you can see here,
slasher,
if you look close,
because make you see I mean, let's just read the make 250 mid-range shots or make 500 3-point shots. You look back, the numbers just increase, right? So you're gonna want to pick whatever you're gonna do the most. So whether you're like if you're a JJ Redick, you're obviously picking shooting, or if you're Steph Curry, you're picking shooting. If you're Russell Westbrook, you're probably picking slashing. I mean, if you make a Derrick Rose build, this is where the complications come in because you don't know what you want to pick. So I'm kind of at a loss.
there are permanent
I'll have to
map
see how many cap breakers you can legitimately get from these. But
plus 2 badge perks, permanent
yeah,
cap
dude.
breakers, and also new
Crazy.
unique archetype names that you can earn from these
Crazy.
build specialization quests. When we said earlier a couple weeks back that the dev team wanted to add new ways for you all to improve your builds during the year. This is exactly what I had in mind. This is exactly what we meant. And I think you all are really
I don't
gonna
think
like
this is what you
You're gonna
had
be
in
learning
mind,
max plus
Evan. I
ones,
think
max
this
plus
is what
twos,
they made.
cap breakers, and a bunch of great rewards from these quest lines that can really either emphasize the best skill for your build, or you can kind of see maybe you have a weakness that you want to fill in a little bit and then make your build a little bit more well-rounded. Either way, build specialization, brand new feature. Really excited that we're going to have this in 2K26.
And just to be sure we heard
I'll
that
have to see
correct,
how my builds come out before I start
no
saying what I'm
misinformation.
going to do with
Said
the
permanent
specialization.
Max plus twos.
Yes, I believe so. I believe they are permanent.
All right. Okay, just making sure. Just making sure that sounds fire. I like
If
that.
max
part of it, too.
plus
Let's
twos
move
are
on. We
permanent
got
and
more
not
impactful cap breakers. I was looking at that. beside the
resetting
video.
seasonally, that's going to be
Definitely,
insane.
You know, I'm just a little.
The way you all currently understand cap breakers is that a +1 cap breaker literally adds +1 to your attribute point, right? So for many of you,
I
this
mean,
past year in
all right,
2K20,
I'm just going to skip
friends,
past the yap.
you are going
We're just skipping past the yap. I'm going to summarize this. The lower your stat is, the more boost it'll get from the cap breaker. So like, as you can see right here, we're looking at, I'm going to use free throw as an example. You see his base rating for his free throws of 44. So then he gets a plus 11 for one singular cap breaker.
to be a
And you,
liability.
I'll
It
just
does
kind of
take
fast
you
forward
days.
through this a little bit.
I mean, we
Oh,
about just
dang.
can earn
It's
these
not
cap
going to
breakers.
show it. But basically, their suggestion is, oh, you made a really good build, but you're playing in the rec and your build has a 44 free throw. So, you slap this on and boom, now you've got a 64 free throw. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. Or you've got a 40 standing dunk and then boom, you cap break it to 60 so you can get actual standing dunk animations.
Just from build specialization quests, they are still going to be in season rewards, rep rewards, and they're
Things
also
like that.
in,
Small changes like
keywords,
that.
They're in cap breakers that we can't talk about just yet today, so you're just going to have to be patient and wait and see. But cap breakers are back, and they are much more impactful than they were this past year.
the new rebirth feature.
Of rebirth, we unlocked.
All right, so I'm just gonna skip his yapping because this guy just entirely talks way too much. I'm gonna summarize this. Rebirth, just like last year, at 90, you get your rebirth players, and whatever your max current character is, your highest current character is, that is what your rebirth will start out at, overall wise. And then as you see here, once you reach 95, when you get new saves, they won't start with silver badges. You'll be able to start with gold, and eventually you'll go to Hall of Fame. Eventually you'll start with legend badges. Now, obviously, this isn't like, oh my gosh, all my badges on my build are legend. No, this is the maximum that the badge could be at, that's where it's starting. So, like on my build, with my Terrence Shannon Jr. build that has 99 driving dunk, yes, that would start out at legend, but my shooting badges, even because I only have like an 87 3 ball, I'm only gonna start out with silver shifty shooter. Just because it says legend doesn't mean everything's legend. Now, you got to keep that in mind. If you made it this far into the video, I'd like to say thank you so much. Hopefully you dropped a like. Leave a comment on what you're excited about, the biggest changes for the builder, and I'm just hyped. We're going to have tons of more information coming. I'm going to keep up and dating you on all of the builder info and all of 2K26, so stay tuned. There's plenty more coming your way.